Hello everyone, not sure if anyone's here. Hello, welcome to Watch Me Work Wednesday. And just wait and see if anyone's going to pop on. Hello girls, I see a couple of people are there. Let me know if there's an issue with sound or anything like that. Thank you. I'll be starting very soon. Just wait for a little bit longer and then I'll start. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so welcome. Got a couple of people here, so I will start because I don't want it to be a dragged on night. So welcome. I'm Linda from Inspired Art Journaling, and welcome to Watch Me Work Wednesday. And tonight, what have we got here? Someone's just popped in. Oh, hello, Shari. How are you, darling? Yes. You know me. I've got to do something. Just cleaning my glasses off. Can hardly see out of them. Okay, yes. So welcome, Shari, and anyone else who has joined in. Now, tonight I thought I would just show you how I would go through the process. This is the Seek, Gather, Create. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It's something I've done for a few years now, and twice a year they do this. Oh, I'm naughty because who is it? It's Lisa Goddard. I've got the hosts. Who is it? Lisa Goddard, Tina Hoyes, and Laura Dennison. They're overseas people, and together they do this twice a year, and so I like participating in it. So it's Seek, Gather, Create. So during the month there's 4 weeks, so this is week 2, and so it's seek, so you need to seek out all of these objects, gather them up, and then create something with them. And you know, it's kind of loose as to how you treat the 4 objects there. So yeah, I tried to make it a little bit more interesting. So for week 2 items, you've got tape, you've got weave or woven, so that could be either weaving as in paper weaving or woven as in, let's say, fabric. I've chosen paper weaving. Colour, burnt orange, so that needs to be included in there somehow, and gathered here. So I've got my picture. Oh, did I say tape? So I've just opted to use the paper tape. And for my beading, I've got the lovely little art beads. So I'm going to do something with those. I'll put them back over here before I throw them everywhere. And yeah, so this is my little journal. I know I've probably shown you this before, but this was the first week 1. Okay, so the week 1 you had to use the colour pink, the word remember, a window, and some hands. So that is how I decided to treat that one. So that was week 1. So week 2, I like to work small because I don't want it to be too cumbersome, you know, too onerous and that kind of thing, because if it's too much I won't do it. So if I make it small, then I can handle doing it once a week. Alright, so I've got my little bits here, so I'll talk about this picture. Now I actually did this morning, and because I was going to do the prompt this morning, and then I thought to myself, oh, I should be showing everyone how I do this tonight. So unfortunately I've already done the weaving. So on the back here you can see I've got my lovely picture, and I actually printed it out twice, and along the bottom there's all weaving, so I don't know if you can sort of see, oh, turn my light on, don't know if you can sort of see that, but you can see on the back where I have woven the paper. Sorry, just adjusting my lights here. Okay, so yeah, I'm just waiting for the camera, so you can see that I have done some weaving in there, so it just makes it a little bit more interesting. So I've deliberately left off one of the strips so that it makes it a little bit skewy, and so I was quite happy with that. So it's just a little bit of weaving at the bottom of that picture. All right, so that's that. I've also found a little quote that I could use: life is a tapestry woven. So that's well and truly covers that prompt. And I'm going to be using my favourite paper tape, and like I say, the beads, and you need burnt orange, so I'm going to use this hot curry, but I'm going to put a little bit of brown in it, so that to try and make it a little bit dirtier. And I did get out a little bit of tangerine as well, just as a little bit of difference. Okay, so I'll bring in some other bits and pieces, so that's as far as I have it at this point. Yep, good. Okay. And how are you, Shari? You good, darling? Yeah. So I don't know if I'll get many people on tonight, because Claire Stead has her private, her Art Journal Lovers, which is a Patreon type thing where people pay and she does lives, and so because she has so many Australian people now, she opts to do it's usually like 4 o'clock on a Thursday morning, our time, because she does it at night time over in England. But every second one she does, because she's got so many people in Australia, she's now decided to do one of them each other week on a Wednesday night, which is her morning. But unfortunately it always seems to clash with mine, so I don't know that I'll get too many people. It depends on who's joined it, but anyway, that's okay, we'll get by. So I haven't sort of got a real plan per se. Just going to get what I decided at the 11th hour to bring in some of these circly bits, and I'm going to put some of my beads in. That's why I was thinking of that. Oh, wrong one. Picked up the wrong one. Sorry, just a minute. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Use whatever you've got. I've just got, I'm nearly finished this, so I think I might. This is the Stemperia one, so I want to finish it before it dries up. So I'm not going to make it too thick, because I want to be able to get it to dry. So I'm just going to swipe a bit of that through there. So I've got these lovely little circly shapes. I'm not going to put too much on. Put a little bit down here. So are you watching? Is anyone playing along or doing something, or just watching? Oh, did you do that today? Oh, great. What did you do? He's got some nice things happening there. So is he here for the next 4 days or something? Is that what it is? And I'll just put a little bit up in the corner up there. And that will do it, I think. So I'm just going to get a couple of baby wipes. So I'm just going to wipe this off a bit. Excuse me while I clean up my stencil here. texture paste to stay in there. Alright, put that in there and that will be okay. Alright. Just a minute. Messages come up and I can't read the comments. Okay. So are you just doing today, or have you got other ones that you're doing as well? Excuse me. I think while that is wet, this could be a disaster here, girls, so just bear with me for a minute. I could be making a complete mess of this. I probably haven't thought it through enough. I just want a few of the beads. I don't mind if they stick around the place, but and I put a few over here somewhere. Okay. Now I'm going to dry this off, so I may have to still probably put a bit of glossy accents on it. So probably wasn't a good idea, but anyway, you know, that's how life rolls, isn't it? Now I'm going to have balls flying everywhere. I'll get them off because they look a bit odd. Take that off there. Get rid of all of that. Didn't think that through because I'll probably put that down there like that. Yeah, that's okay. So I am just going to start. Last week and did a couple of third today. Is he here for the whole week or something? Goodness me, he'll be exhausted. So I'm just going to try and dry this off a little bit. This was just a last minute decision. It could be a mistake. Now those beads won't just stay on there because of the texture paste. I will actually put some glossy accents in there to seal them in, and I might throw a few more in. Just put no mistakes, just an yes. Yeah, sometimes. You know, I mean, I'm probably going to regret doing this because this is going to take a little bit longer to dry than what I was anticipating, but that's okay. So I've just lathered the glossy accents onto that, because what I can do, even though the glossy accents is glossy when it dries, I want to be able to put paint over the top of it, and I probably wouldn't be able to as it is now, so I can just put a coat of clear gesso over the top. I might not have needed to do this, but you know, I was just worried that it's going to fall off, so we'll just see how we go with this. You could be watching me what not to do. I'm going to swap over to my hairdryer for a little bit, only because it's got a quicker heat, but it's noisy. So I'm going to put that to the side for a second, because I've got something else I can be doing to give that a chance to dry off a bit. So I did, also this afternoon, I actually dyed a bit of cheesecloth and in bandolier brown in Lindy's. And so also, like I said to before, when I did the little girl, I printed it out twice, and so you can see I cut off the bottom to do the weaving in between there. So what I also did too was cut out that purple flower so that I can put the flower and raise it up with a bit of foam tape to give it a bit of a 3D look. And so because of that, I thought, oh well, I'll just grab a few flowers that I had sitting around. So while I'm waiting for the other bit to dry, I might just do colour some of these in. I might not use them all, but that's okay. Spray. So I've got the Petticoat Plum, which I think goes nice with that beautiful purpley one there, and also I've got Yesteryear Yellow from Lindy's, and so you can see that's from like on her hat, and it's kind of got that burnt orangey sort of look to it as well. So I'm just going to, what's this, the yellow, so I'll do a couple of yellow and couple of the purple, and I might even, maybe we'll do that purple big and a little, and we'll leave that one white. So I'm just going to dip in. I'll probably just put this onto the side. Whoops. So I've just put a little bit there because I'm going to knock this over if I don't. And grab some water so we can water it down a bit, because I don't want too much colour. So just a little bit of colour. That's that. I'm going to leave that one white. It's a beautiful purple. That there. Add a bit of water to it. And if it's not dark enough, I can just tap into it from the bottle. But I'm not getting too carried away with this part of it. There's some buds that I am you could use watercolours, I mean, instead of doing that. Now I've got some green here. I've got the Canadian green, whatever it's called. Where is it? Oh, Emerald Air. It's from the Northern Lights or something. Okay, so it's a bit of green. Just dip that in there because we've got a couple of little leaves, so I just want to colour them in. Not getting too carried away. Just add a little bit of contrast, and it looks nice against the purple too. Okay, now I'm going to leave that as like that. I'm not going to do any more with that, so I'll put them aside for the moment. And over here before I lose them. Alright, so let's wipe this all off. Yeah, so like I say, or you could colour them in with colour pencils if you wish. You don't have to. It's just I just knew I had those beautiful Lindy's colours to use. How are we going here? Alright. Probably still a bit wet, so that's okay. But what I'm going to do now is just go over. Just going to brush over where the, because this is going to be coloured anyway. I could have just used gesso, but I just want to take the shine off the glossy accents, because the paint won't stick to it if it's too shiny. And you know, you all know what glossy accents like, so you could just use gesso. I've gone for the clear, but you could have used white gesso. And I'm just swishing around, trying to get into the cracks. Anyway, we'll see how that all goes. But the texture paste itself is pretty dry. I do like that volume paste, but that's okay. So I'm just going to dry this off again. So you can see now that, hello, someone else has joined in, I think. You can see now that the beads have gone a matte. Okay, you can't, it's not so shiny from the glossy accents anymore. And that will just help paint to adhere to the glossy accents. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like that. Hopefully it doesn't all fall off when I'm going to move that out the way. Put them over there, don't really need them. Alright, so let's see, just make sure I'm in view there. Oh, okay, so there's a few people starting to come in now. That's good. Right, so I said I was going to use orange. So remember my one of my items that I have to use is the colour burnt orange. So to me, burnt orange is orange that's got that sort of a little bit of a brownie tinge to it. Okay, so I'm going to use, I've got Art by Marlene, not for any particular reason. I'm actually going to do a couple of bits. It could be any orange. I just sort of thought that's getting close to a burnt orange as it is. Now, you can see here. So I've got two little spots of orange here. So I'm going to leave this one as is. This one I'm going to put, I've got the Mop Mart ink here. You could use paint, but I like this because it's liquid and it's quite flowy. And I am just going to put, see how that goes. We'll mix that in and see how what we get with that. If it's too brown, we can add a little bit more orange into it. I will add a little bit more orange, but you can see it is getting that murky colour. I'll bring it up to the screen to the minute. So mix that in. We just want it to have a slight browny tinge to it. Okay, I don't know if you can sort of pick that up too much, but you can sort of see that there is a difference, and I can see brown in there as well. So that's pretty much it. I probably haven't got enough mix, but that's okay. We can always mix some more. So I shall just grab myself a brush. I'll grab a big one and I will wet it, and I'm just going to start just laying down the paint. I haven't mixed enough. So I'm just smishing it in so it gets into those nooks and crannies there on the, I should have mixed a whole lot more. Oh, hello Claire, how are you, lovely? You're watching from work. Oh gosh, I hope the boss isn't watching. Okay, one more drop in there. The ink that I used, the colour was burnt umber, so it's one of the darkest browns that you can get in your paints. Now this one is going to be a little bit deeper, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that because we'll be doing all sorts of things over it, that kind of thing. So, whoops, losing a couple of beads as we go along. I don't really mind if there's white bits there. Just don't want to get now all of these pages, this is a book that I've made myself, so I have, when I made this at the beginning of the year for the February one, I actually gessoed each of the pages, so it's always been pre-gessoed. It is watercolor paper, color paper, but it's been pre-gessoed. So let's just see if we get a little bit of contrast with this. Probably not. That's why I've got the tangerine out, Dina Wakley Tangerine. So you can see it's a much lighter colour, and I should dry this off first. So I'm just going to dry this off. I will be pushing this colour back. Oh, you're the boss tonight. Oh, well, that's good. It's the way it should be. Okay, so this will sit on top and not mix in, and hopefully I'll bring it up. Hopefully you can sort of see that it's a slightly different colour. A little bit on our beads. Let's have a look at what, yeah, okay. So it's kind of a bit of a hodgepodge, but it's not, orange is not a colour I use a lot of. So that's what I like about these challenges, because sometimes you have to use colours that you wouldn't normally use. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to push that all back, and as we always do. I probably should have done the beads last, but you know, I wanted them to be painted, so alrighty. Okay, so that's where we're at. The beads are pretty much stuck there now. I mean, they might be still wet underneath, but you know, hopefully we're not going to lose too many more. But considering I've been very rough with them, they've done pretty well. Okay, so the next thing I want to paint this And you know what I'm going to do? Will I or won't I? No, I'm just going to paint this in the tangerine colour and let that dry off. And of course I'll be doing stamping and all that sort of thing, so you know it won't be too orangey at the end. Just want to come. Okay, that will do nicely there. Get that bit of a dry off. Alright, okay, so we've got those elements done, so I'll just put that over there for the moment. They're doing okay. Alright, we'll leave them there. Now, what did I do with that stencil? There it is. So I think what I will do is, now, bear with me, I've just thought of something I want to do because I've got all these raised edges here. I will do some other bits, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, fell on the floor. So I'm going to use the blending tool for this. And what I'm going to do is just very softly just rub over. I'm using sort of ground espresso, but I'm using the permanent ink. You could use distress oxides if that's your jam, but I do have the distress oxides, but I prefer the permanency because I know I'm always going to put layers and layers and layers, so I don't want to be restricted. And I'll probably do some of this again later, but I just want to dirty up that orange a bit. It's just looking a little bit too pretty. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so you've got a bit there, and you're just rubbing it over. But when this dries, it'll be permanent, and that's what I like. But you could use your oxides if that's you. Dry that off a bit. Keep knocking things off this one here, but that's okay. Well, I want to keep it going the same way, so that's just kind of the way I work. Again, I'm going to grab this. Oops. Probably should have re-inked it before because I've been using it a lot the last couple of days. So I'm just going to rub through the stencil. Just on these circly bits, not the other part of the stencil. So just on the areas where I haven't got paste. I don't have to cover the whole thing, but I probably will because that's what I do. And I'm rubbing rather than pouncing. Rubbing makes it lighter. You get a lighter coverage. Alright, so I think you'll find, yes, thank you, Shari. Can you see how we've really grunged up the orangey colour now? So it's to me that really is burnt orange. That is taking me back to the 70s with the the burnt orange in the decorating. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, so we'll just dry that off. Now, I want to try and enhance these, I'm going to bring this back. Just going to put a little bit of ink on there to see how it goes. Just want to tap. I just want to give it some depth in there. So I'm just tapping that in a bit. So welcome. It looks like we've got a few more people tuned in, so welcome people. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing my Seek, Gather, Create challenge. So I'm just pushing some burnt umber ink into the what are they? The art stones, which I'm sort of calling beads. I'm using them as my beads component. So I'll let that sort of sit there like that for the moment. Yeah. And I'll just leave that for the minute. I'll leave that ink there too, just in case I want to use it. I'll try drying that off a little bit, but I'll let it do its own thing. Now, I mean, I like the rules of threes because I only did, for those that weren't here in the beginning, I just decided the background, which, I don't know, was it a good or bad thing? I don't know. It's worked out okay, but I do want another lot. So once I finish this, maybe tomorrow, I might put another lot down here somewhere, but, you know, I won't worry about it tonight, so I'll just do the two tonight, but when I put the picture up tomorrow, it will have a third bunch down the bottom there, so I can do that after. But I'll just let that sort of sit there for a minute, and I'll go back over here. Now, this afternoon, now those who just joined in, one of the components you needed was weaving or woven, and I was saying that I actually, excuse me, printed this picture out 2 times, and what I did was I chopped off the bottom and I wove the second bit, cut it up into strips, and I've woven that into the original picture, so you get this lovely little sort of, I don't know, obscure sort of picture. Okay, so that's what I've done there, and I've decided also as a bit of weaving, you know, cheesecloth, and I thought I'll paint that brown in Lindy's brown, and the leftovers I actually just put onto here. But I'm thinking that I kind of like the idea of that. I think I had it this way. It was just an off cut, so it's not going to show much. But I like the idea of having a little bit behind there as a mat, so that it take up most of this page. Actually, maybe I won't, because it's taking up too much of the page. So I didn't think the picture, I thought the picture would fit in here okay, but it's obviously a little bit too big. I probably should have done it ATC size. But that's okay. Now I'm going to grunge up the edge. I wanted to use the, maybe I might use it a bit on this side. Could map my words with it. Just it was the leftover Lindy's that I had out today, so I thought I would just. So I'm liking that. That's all been grunged up to suit our background. I think the picture really looks lovely with this background. That's why I sort of chose this particular picture. I am going to, now I can't use my stapler to staple anything in here, so I'm just going to have to do my old trick of cutting a bit of offcut. Just chop a little bit off, chop a couple of bits. Oh. Just do cut them in half. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so I'll just put that there. And just going to chop a little bit off there. Okay. So maybe I might even fold that over a bit. So what I'm doing is stapling it onto here, in case you girls have not seen me do it. I'm sure many of you have. It just means, honestly, okay. Right. So what that means now is that I can just glue that onto the back of my picture, and then I can just fluff it around. Okay. Glossy accents is always good. Okay. Put that there, just like that. Stick down. So just let that sit there like that for a bit, and once I put that down, then I'll fluff it all out and do whatever I need to do. Got another little bit here. Ow! Oh, just chopped my skin. Oh, silly girl. I mean, I could just tuck these underneath, but you know, that'd be easy. Oh God, that hurts. Oh, hello. Oh dear, that's no good, Susan. Yes, lovey, you know it'll be here. Later on tonight, I'll do it as a YouTube in one way or another. That's a shame, darling. I know, we all have days like that. Have a look. I've just chopped my, look, big, you. Goodness me, woman. Oh, gosh. Now all I need is blood all over my bits. Alright, so we'll put that there like that somehow. Oh dear. You're having a bad night. I think I'm having a bad night too, darling. I just chopped my finger off. Okay, they're still a bit wet, so I'm going to I want to try and dry these off without. So look at me, I get myself so. Okay, so I just wanted to dry them off a little bit. I don't even know how I'm going to use these. Yeah, ultralight, it's a bit stingy. Okay, so it's looking a little bit too pretty, so I will muddy them up a little bit. Now I know you girls might not be participating in it, but this just gives you some clues about other projects that you might be doing for yourself, and you think, oh, I could try that. And it was good that I was able to use the art stones, because I've had them for ages, and I think I've only ever used them once. Have a look at them again. All right. So on this side, so I mean that will probably, just trying to work what I can do there. I'm just thinking at the moment, girls, just bear with me. I've decided that I've decided to get the mud fight out, which is Art by Marlene's dark brown, because I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to use my finger and just to rub a little bit. I just wanted that texture paste section to be just a little bit more brown than what it is. Beautiful. It's probably not quite the right colour brown, but it will do. It's very pink. All right. Okay. Right, so I'll just make sure that's all dry. It's got a big blob there, but that's okay. It'll be covered up with the picture. Now, we've got a lot of brown on this. I want to do a bit of stamping. Don't know quite what maybe I just do a bit of text stamping, because I don't want to bring in another pattern that way then. And I'm going to do it, I might go with black. Okay, we need to bring a little bit of black because there's black on the flowers there. Yeah, just a little bit. So I can't see because of the light. Okay. Something I quite like to do too is stamp. Just gives this a little bit more interest. Awesome. Okay, so there's a bit of stamping on there. It all off. So it just adds a little bit of difference. Pops out from the brown. Love the brown. Don't know. I'm really enjoying this because I don't use these colours, and it's good. That's something I like to do. It's a Seth Apter thing. Well, it's something I learned because of Seth Apter. Whether he does it all the time, I don't know, but I like to put my focus stamping on the actual image, but not too much on top of her. Beautiful. Elements to be tied together, that they look like they all belong, and that's why I always make sure that I've got something in the middle there, because it runs off here over to this side here. Okay, now I might just stick this down because it's so I can fix that up. I'm going to get this. Having lots of trouble with it today. It's alright, I'm talking to myself here. Just going to grab some glue and put that on here. Whoop. The glue's quite thick, and I just feel the hole that it comes through is too small for the thickness of the glue, so I prefer to do this sometimes. It's a Stamperia collage glue, and I just love it. It's nice and thick, and it dries quick, and extremely good. All right, let's pick that up. To just push that down onto there. Of course, I put those beads in the wrong position. So I'll probably end up taking away most of that with that here. So I tend to just pull it out, and sometimes I'll give it a haircut if I need to. That's going to bother me unless I can pull that apart. So this, how much you leave is entirely up to you. In fact, I'm going to chop that short and try to bring it down a bit. Anyway. Oh, sorry, just bear with me. I'm doing a live, so hopefully she'll ring her father. Alright, what was I going to do on here? Sorry people, I almost was going to, and I thought, nah, she won't want to talk to me. So I'm just cutting that up a bit, because I just want a rough edge. Okay, now I've got that stuff everywhere. Now this is good stuff, but sometimes it can be a bit tricky. You've got to get it the right way. You've got to pull the back from the front. It's this self-sticking tape. So I'm going to put that up there. I will put some matte medium over this as well. Oh, come on. This used to be my go-to stuff in my pages. I used to always put this on in my pages. It comes from America. It's not easy to get. And yeah, so I'm going to tuck that in underneath there. Yeah, I'm going to tuck that underneath there. No idea if that writing's upside down or not, but anyway, that's okay. Take that off there and cut that off. Now what I might do is just grab a tiny little bit . So that I can just put a little bit, just a little bit there. And get my matte medium. Stuck the paintbrush in my mouth and there was something on the end of it. I'm just putting a little bit of matte medium on there just to help that to stick. It's usually pretty good, but you just never know, particularly down here. I might need a little bit because it's not really very thick there. I'm just rubbing it into the holes there. Alright, put that there. Shall dry that off. Getting myself in a bit of a mess here. Alright. Okie dokie. Now I want to get, before we go any further, paper here. Can do a bit more later. Where just want to do a bit of what is it? Splatters. I'm using the burnt umber ink. You could use paint, of course, if you're that way inclined. Oh, on her face so that don't get any on her face. Oh, what's happening? I need to get some more ink too. I'm almost running out. It's the only problem with those bottles, they're too small for my liking. Doing these splatters helps to tie everything together. Again, cohesion, bringing all the elements together. Alright, that will do for that. Now, oh gosh, I hope I haven't lost it. Where is it? Oh, I have. The little purple flower that I wanted. I knew I'd lose it. Can't believe I've had it all day. Anyway, I'll look for it later, and the little purple flower to put on top of her there. I shall worry about that later. But yes, I want to put a little bit of purple flower on there. So on this side now, also, there is, it's a problem when you turn the hairdryer on and everything flies away. Now that's been sitting in. Just have to dry this off because it had a wet one on it. Right, this is my quote. I'm using the big scissors because I like to make one cut. That way then I've got a better chance of it being straight, she says. Alright, life is a tapestry woven by the decisions we make. Oh God, I did a terrible job of that. Alright, so what I'm going to do on this side, let me just check to make sure I've got everything. We've got the orange, burnt orange, we've got the weaving, we've got the beads. What else was there? Oh, and the tape. Yeah, okay, so we've got all our elements, so we can put this all together. So what I might do is, I will use this, and I'm going to just glue this on. Oop. Just to make it a little bit more interesting on the page. Move that out the way for a minute. Okay, so I shall chop around these, just a little bit of a border. Okay, last one. Right. Okay, so just to get that white edge off. Okay. Right, so just winging it here, girls. Alright, so I'll grunge this up a bit. Now the reason why I'm adding this on, I'm just going to chuck all of that on there, like that, and a couple of staples in the middle, because I'm going to have that sort of sitting on there like that, and that'll just sort of sit over there, okay? But before I do that, I should grab my, what did I do with the stamp? Did I put it back? Yep. Okay. So I've got some text on there. Alright. Now, where is this glue again? I want to get a big blob of it. Big blob of glue. So I want it to go right through, so yeah, somewhere here like that. Put that on there, just hold that down for a sec. Oops, sorry, bit off camera there. Have I still got you here? Are we still here? People haven't gone to bed? Okay, so this guy, just going to glue that onto there. Oh, just want to cover up that bit. I don't mind if it's not all glued down, but that's okay. Just get rid of that white bit. I just play with that until I'm happy with what I've got. Quite often I end up with just a little because I don't want it too much. Being too fussy here, okay. I don't like it too thick, so I can thin that out later. So I've got that there. Now I did have 3 of these. Oh dear. I start off all neat and then I have everything where I want it. Oh, these 3. Still haven't found that purple one, but anyway, that's okay. It'll turn up. So I might just put one down there. So I might put a word beside that too. Oops. And I've got a couple others here. So tuck that in under there somehow. And all right, now life is a tapestry, so maybe that's what I might put that there. Life is a woven by the decisions we make, okay, something like that. Okay, put that up there because I want to see a bit of that tape underneath. It's funny when you're doing these things, you think, oh gosh, this is just not going to turn out. But, you know, that doesn't look too bad in the end. I've addressed the criteria of what they were wanting, so job done, I believe. Okay. Carefully going around the edges. I shall go around the edge of that as well. Oops. I just love weaving. I'm sorry I didn't show you. It's just that I was doing the challenge this morning and then I thought, no, I think I'd like the girls to see this. So I stopped. And that's why I'm doing it tonight. But on my YouTube channel, if you have a look, you'll find something that's got weaving on it. Right, around the edge. Little border. Okay, so I mean, this is just a challenge for you know, for the Seek, Gather, Create. I think I've addressed all of the scavenger bits that I had to find, and I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so I mean, probably tomorrow. I said I was going to do another one of them. I don't know if I will be or not, but if I find that purple flower, I'll put it on. If I don't find it, I will put glossy accents on that flower to make it stand out, as I will put some on her eyes and on her lips. I usually like to do that. So if I can't find the purple flower, I will just put glossy accents on it. But that's, hello, Shell, I didn't know you were on there, darling. Thank you so much. Yeah, so thank you for joining me tonight. That's my challenge page that I've done, and I will put the glossy accents on now and let that dry overnight, and take a photo and put it up on the website, on the Facebook tomorrow. And yeah, so thank you everyone for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks guys. Thank you. Love you.